Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a recipe video. I had a request to show you guys some more of my recipes. This one is just a classic dinner. It is chicken parmesan. A lot of you probably know how to make that, but for some people who find cooking maybe difficult or unsure, I thought I would go ahead and film me making dinner tonight for my family, for those who want to see that. What? My cat is yelling at me. Nothing new there. So yes, we're going to make chicken parmesan, and yeah, I will show you step by step and how to accomplish that. And it is, first thing you're going to need is a decent sized pan. Go ahead and put that on your stove and turn the burner to about medium high heat to let that start heating while we prep our chicken. That heats up, you could go ahead and put some oil in your pan. Use whatever kind of oil you prefer for frying. I'm just going to use some Publix canola oil for mine. I find olive oil is too strong of a taste for frying, and I probably have, I don't know, a 1/4 inch worth in the pan. Not that much oil. You really don't need a lot. It's not super healthy to use too much anyway. Next, I like to use a paper plate for my breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs I like are the 4C seasoned breadcrumbs. This is actually a new container, so let me open up this bad boy. So pour out a decent amount onto your plate, enough to coat whatever amount of chicken you are going to be making. So I get a nice bit on my plate there, and then just give the plate a little shimmy so that it coats the entire bottom of the plate. Next, you will need 1 or 2 eggs whisked in a bowl. This bowl looks like it's got something on the bottom, but it doesn't. It's just kind of old. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack an egg and whisk it with a fork. I like to use thin sliced chicken cutlets. These are the boneless chicken cutlets premium vegetable fed. I don't know why it says all that, but these are just thin sliced chicken cutlets. You could slice these into smaller pieces if you want. Looks like that. I know raw chicken's gross, but this is what we're working with right now. So you're going to go ahead, let me try to tilt this down. Go ahead and dip your chicken into the egg mixture. You're going to need both sides coated. I try to primarily use the fork because raw chicken and raw egg does gross me out, but you will probably have to use your fingers a little bit. So once it's been coated in the egg, I go ahead and transfer it to the breadcrumb. Some people do flour, then egg, then breadcrumb. I just think that's kind of unnecessary, and so I don't use the flour for Parmesan. If I do Frances, I use flour and not breadcrumb. It just really depends on what recipe you're doing. So you're gonna get a nice thin coating across all of the chicken breast. Just kind of wiggle it and it'll stick. So once it looks like that and your oil is hot, you can go ahead and move that chicken cutlet to your hot pan of oil. So it's not super hot yet, because if it was, it would simmer. It's no big deal that it's not there yet. I have to get them all in the pan anyway, and I will turn up the heat if necessary. Okay, love, so the chicken is frying up now. I like mine to fry up to about, they have that like light brown color over there, so they're gonna be a few more minutes. I'll probably flip them again as well, now that the oil is nice and hot and really cooking. If you ever wanted to make just plain chicken cutlets, you would stop once they're fried to that light brown color. That, and they're just chicken cutlets. You could serve them with ketchup or honey mustard and, you know, do whatever. But since we're making Parmesan today, there will be more steps. But this is the first thing. And I wanted to say, if you wanted to make like shrimp Parmesan or veal Parm, you would do the same process, but use the different meat or seafood. So I just lined a regular pan with tin foil. You could use a glass dish or whatever you like to use. These are just really easy to line and clean up. I'm just going to spray it with a little cooking oil, little olive oil cooking spray, and preheat my oven. I'm going to put it on bake, and 350 is fine. So let that get started. Okay guys, so this one over here is done. The center of the pan always gets a bit hotter, so I'm going to go ahead and transfer it to a paper plate with paper plate with paper towel on it. That way it absorbs any excess oil. And flip these guys now that they have a little more space so that they can get finished. Always be really careful when you are working with hot oil as well, guys. Please be very careful. Okay. Alright guys, so now I have 3 beautiful chicken cutlets sitting on the lined pan, and I'm going to go ahead and put some sauce on these chicken cutlets now. This sauce is my own homemade sauce. It is fantastic and delicious. You could go ahead and make your own sauce or use jarred or find another sauce recipe. This is my secret recipe. Maybe if I get a bunch more subscribers or something, like maybe if we hit some kind of ridiculous number, I'll share my sauce recipe, but it's bomb, and that's garlic if you see little pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a nice spoonful of sauce and just layer it on each cutlet like that. Alright, so we have our sauce on the cutlets. Now we need to add cheese. You can use fresh mozzarella or mozzarella that's shredded, whatever you like. I am just using today low moisture part skim mozzarella shredded cheese from Publix. So you can go ahead and add your cheese. I like to put a lot. You do what's good for you. Alright, that looks really cheesy and delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and put the cheese back in the fridge. What's left? So now I have my pot of water over here bringing to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and give that just a little stir because I added a drop of EVOO and salt, so that way when the pasta is in there, it won't stick. You could use any kind of pasta you want, guys. That's your choice. I like angel hair, so we're gonna go ahead and use angel hair today. So once the water is brought to a boil, I will go ahead and add the pasta into the pot. Then I will leave this on top because it'll prevent it from boiling over for the most part. Also, guys, when I cook, let me move the camera. Also, guys, when I cook, I clean as I go. I never have a mess usually to deal with after because I keep up with it as I'm cooking. And I highly recommend you guys do the same. So, like, as soon as I'm done with chicken and the raw egg and stuff, that stuff immediately goes in the garbage, in the dishwasher. My hands get washed. That fork is not used again. I grab a new fork. You know, I keep everything where it's clean and cleanly and safe from contamination, you know, because you can get salmonella from eggs or chicken or things like that. So I'm really cautious, and I just don't like to be left with a mess after, so I clean as I go. Okay, guys, so I just mixed all the leftover sauce into the pasta. You could use as much sauce as you want. This is a bit much, but I really didn't want to waste it, and it wasn't going to be enough for another meal, so I'm just mixing that all up, and it'll soak up a lot of the sauce, all the leftovers anyway. And then I removed the chicken parm from the oven. I broiled it for a minute. You do not have to do that, but I like to because you get those like crispy bubbly bits on the cheese, and it is bomb. But you do not have to do that by any means. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate this and show you what it looks like. Okay, guys, so here is our finished product. We got the spaghetti with homemade sauce, our chicken parm, and a garlic breadstick. These just come frozen, but they're bomb. Yeah, so you could add maybe some Caesar salad or house salad, whatever you like, or you know, some artichokes, some kind of Italian vegetable that you like. This is delicious, but that is the completed meal. Psst, psst, psst. What is your problem? Why you yell at me all the time? You have the weirdest meow. Butters. Do you want chicken parm? Do you want chicken parmesan? Do you want chicken parm? Roxy. What? Hey. She's crazy, guys. She's a rescue. She just showed up here literally the day after we bought our house. Roxy. Hi. Hi.